Welcome back to Tales from the Crips. I'm the director, Laramie, and here are our players.
Hey, my name is Brandon Gregory. I have bipolar disorder and I'm an immunocompromised asthmatic. Additionally, I run the D&D website Kobold Think Tank.
Hi, I'm Corbin Kevlahan. I have OCD and bipolar 2, and my pronouns are he, they.
Hi, I'm Brooke, and my pronouns are she, they, but I'm not really tied to anything. And I am, oh man, highly sensitive or sensory sensitivity or sensory processing sensitivity, and PTSD. I still am not still on the fence whether or not I should even mention that, and major depression and anxiety.
And we will go ahead and get started where we left off last week, which was in the boathouse. Our starring roles, our leading roles, had just escaped the storm outside, escaped a near catastrophe. I believe that Vivian did some face-planted mudsliding down the hill before Lucas was able to get her up and to safety, while Steve watched comfortably from the patio. You're good. You do it, bud. Yeah, you're good. So you guys got into the boathouse, and it's dark in there, having trouble finding the lights. There are security lights on, and you saw a little girl over near the boats. And where we left off, this 8 to 10-year-old little girl had her back turned to you initially, in like a unitard and a tutu, like a ballerina, hair tied back. You can hear the soft plinking of what sounds like a music box, like an antique music box. And when she turns around, the music box noises get louder, and you see that she has no face except for a horrible, wide mouth full of needle-like rotting teeth. And that's where we pretty much ended. So we are going to start with our first freakout check. So I need everybody to roll spirit for freakout. If you have anything that is related to courage or self-control or being, unflappable, you can obviously get a bonus dice for that. But this is our first freakout check of the game, our first monster of the game, as you have now encountered the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Okay, so just to confirm, I do have courageous, so and I
yep.
have normal, so it would be what, 5d8s?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have my spirit is good, but I also have resilience. So that would be 5d8 also? Or
yes.
4d8?
Yes, 5d8.
5d8? Okay.
And Steve, you've got spirit good. You've got nothing spirit related.
Yeah, I just rolled
And none of your
46.
qualities are spirit related. Okay, so go ahead and make your rolls. And let me know what you get.
I got 2 3s.
I got a pair of sixes.
Okay.
I got 1, 6, 2, 7, 8. Nothing.
160. Okay. So Lucas and Steve are going to be okay. You'll be able to, you're freaked out, obviously, but you didn't fail the freak out check, which means that you retain control of your character for now. This did not send you into fight or flight panic mode. Vivian, however, is going to be in fight or flight panic mode here. So I am going to suggest that Vivian's immediate reaction, having been the one that was walking over to the little girl, reaching out towards them and trying to address them, upon seeing this, immediately scurries back, tripping, falling, landing on her ass, and sprawling. And is unable to act for this moment.
There was also probably a shriek of some sort because
there were plenty of
Vivian...
screams from the others in the room too, because there are other people here. The whole film crew's
Okay,
here.
good. I didn't know that Vivian could move that fast.
Yeah.
Vivian has been plagued by nightmares like this of, like just a big needle sharp grin for a very long time. And this just sort of seemed to emerge from her nightmare.
Somebody roll me, since I'm the director. Directors don't roll dice, but I do want to see what one NPC does here. Somebody roll me 5d6.
Got 1, 1, 2, 3, 6.
1, 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay.
Ooh, double ones.
This isn't a kill scene yet, so it's okay.
Right.
From somewhere in the back, while everybody's freaking out and screaming and whatever, there's a beat right after, and you hear Max go, "Fucking cool." All right, so what are we doing, Lucas and Steve?
I'm gonna look around and see if there are anything else in here that looks supernatural, because I'm a little freaked out.
Give me a brains roll. Little details is fine.
So that'll be 5d10.
Yeah, and
Can I help?
Steve, you want to do what?
Can I help?
Help what? Look
Like,
around
help
or
the roll?
Is there a help mechanic? Yeah.
Oh, with the help mechanic, yeah, you can add an extra dice because you're looking to.
Okay. So that would be what, 60-10?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a pair of 6s. I got 3 6s.
Okay. Ooh. Wow. That's a perfect roll for this.
Okay.
And that's actually, for future reference, that's actually a good way to do this, Corvin, because Steve has good brains, actually, but has a negative quality for them at noticing things. Rolling by yourself, you'd only have 3 dice to roll, even though they're good dice, to where you're giving 6 dice to somebody with weaker dice. That's still better. So that's actually a good thing to do there. If you have a weakness in an area that you can just help somebody, it's often better to do what you just did rather than roll separately.
Yeah, because Steve has unperceptive, so loses a dice for any look checks.
Okay, so what you see, Lucas, is so far it's dark in here. It's hard to tell, but you can see pretty decently in the low lighting, well enough that if anything like, say a monster little 10-year-old with the face of just a giant lamprey, happened to be there, you would notice that. Right now, she seems to be the only unusual or unnatural thing in the room. And you are definitely hearing the music. It's coming from somewhere, you don't know where, but you are hearing the little plinking of the music box. So I'm going to give you, Vivian, your action will be taken by, I'm assuming, trying to get back up. Okay, I'm going to give Lucas and Steve one more action before we enter a kill scene.
Oh no. Can I put Lucas in front of me?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna step in front of Steve.
Okay. Lane
Thanks,
is
man.
behind Steve, behind Lucas.
Right.
So, Steve, you are now sandwiched
Vivian, get
between
back in.
the very big football player in front of you and the very twiggy and completely unathletic cartoonist behind you.
I think I share a really freaked out look with the cartoonist, just
Yeah,
holy
they're pretty freaked out too. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?" Everybody else is more behind you and kind of spread out a bit, and that's where we will start this scene. What I want to do is I'm going to have you guys just worry about your 3 lead roles for this. But following this scene later on, we're going to be breaking out again into the groups, and I'm going to be having you doing your supporting characters. But for this scene, we're going to go ahead and finish up with your mains. I will assume that your supporting characters get out okay.
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 All right. I'm not going to have you roll for multiple characters for this. That would just take forever. So, with a little curtsy, the girl charges forward, head opening wider, almost like it's a hinge that the mouth forms, and charges straight forward at the downed Vivian with a piercing banshee-like shriek. Your action is first, Vivian. What are you doing?
I'm saying a lot of bad words right now.
Okay, you're on your feet.
I'm on my feet. Okay, good. I'm dodging as fast as I fucking can.
Okay, so you're running. You're getting the hell away.
Yes.
All right.
I'm getting the hell away from this crazy
All
little
right.
creepy dancer.
Finesse, acrobatics is fine. Since you are the meat shield, Lucas, what are you doing?
Is she in a spot where I could just give her a good solid kick?
She's out about 4 or 5 feet in front of you. Oh, you mean the little girl?
Yeah.
She's charging towards. She's charging towards Vivian, and Vivian is trying to run back towards you.
Okay.
So this action, you're not being attacked. You can either wait for her to get closer to you to put your foot out, or you can try to move forward and in, or it's up to you.
I think, I'm just going to brace myself and wait for Vivian to not, get out of the way before I take any defensive action.
Okay, Steve.
I'm not going to kick you, Vivian.
Lane is shaking and sobbing into the back of your shirt.
Okay. Honestly, fuck Lane. Fuck these people I just met. Sorry, guys. I'm grabbing Max and Paige, and I am out of there.
Okay, Max and Paige are further behind, so you're just turning and bolting.
Yeah. But I want to make sure they get out okay, too.
Okay, I'm going to ask for a finesse roll from you. This will not be running fast. Actually, no, I need a different roll from you. There is a slight problem with your plan, and that is that you have a lane surgically attached to your back right now. So you're going to need to make a brawn roll to get away from Lane.
No, brawn? Oh, shit, that's my worst stat. Okay. Can I use creative solutions?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
Yeah.
well, creative solutions is a brain thing. So unless you have the special quality that lets you use your specialties, or your positive qualities for other qualities or other stats, then no, you can't do that. So this is just a straight up brawn thing. It's just pure. You're trying to peel away from him. Now the thing is he's not exactly strong, so I'm going to give you a bonus dice because he's no stronger than you are. So you can do 5d10.
I've rolled 4d10, no matches. Here's my last one. Yes. Okay, I got 2 8s.
2 8s. Okay. So you are able to pull away from Lane and make your way in the direction of Max and Paige.
Okay.
You, upon this happening, Lucas, first you hear Lane squeak, and then you feel him slam up against your back, and he's now like hiding behind you and gripping onto the back of your clothes and like sobbing into your back.
I'm going to look
as his other meat shield has run,
monster.
and he's down to just one. I'm sorry?
I'm going to look briefly just to make sure it's not a monster.
No, it's actually Lane.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we've got Brooke. Did you roll for Vivian to run yet?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you needed me to
finesse.
That was 5d8.
Yes, 5d8.
2 5s.
2 5s. Okay, so Vivian and Steve each get a survival point.
Yes.
You need 3 to get out of this scene.
Cool.
Steve, for saying "fuck this shit, I'm out," you also get a genre point.
Yes.
Lucas, for being the meat shield, you get a genre point.
Okay.
Because that is also a very tropey thing. All right, so we've got the girl is not able to catch up to Vivian before Vivian is scrambling away. So Vivian, you have some space between you. The girl now has to choose between chasing after you further or switching to the one who's not running, which is Lucas, and she is going to do that.
Okay.
So she kind of swipes a hand out, realizes that Vivian's too far out of reach, turns, staring up at you with that faceless face of just teeth and mouth and nastiness, screams again in a piercing little squeal and charges at you.
Are we like by the water in this
You're halfway
boathouse?
between the boats where they're docked in the water and the door that you came in.
So just theoretically, if I were to kick her, could I kick her in the water?
If you kicked her hard enough, she could fall back into the water or one of the boats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to try. I'm going to.
Okay, you're going to try kicking.
So, yep. So
Okay.
I have good brawn and I have the brawler positive qualities. So would that be what, 5d6?
5d6, yes. Now, just a warning for future reference, if you choose to attack the monster and you fail to connect, the monster's attack automatically succeeds.
Okay.
Because the monster does what the monster does. Okay, so you're going to try to put a foot, and I'm assuming you're not kicking at the face, you're going more for the chest to like knock them back.
It's a big area, yeah.
Yeah, going for
Let's
torso,
see
center
here.
mass. Okay.
Oh, can I add a finesse or an acrobatic anything to this scene since I have sorry, I'm pulling up a character.
What do you mean to what Lucas is doing?
To help?
Yeah, can I help at all with a die because I have I have acrobatic as one of my qualities.
How would you do it? If you can explain to me how you're using it to help Steve or Lucas, I mean, if you can explain how you're doing it to help Lucas, then sure.
Ooh, I could very quickly, as the little girl's attention is focused on Lucas, I see Lucas gearing up to kick, and I run up behind her and shove her from behind, the little kid from behind, and knock her off balance.
Okay, so you're going to kind of try to circle back and push.
Yeah.
Okay.
With great trepidation.
Okay. I'm going to give that a caveat. You can go ahead and add an extra dice to what Lucas is doing. But again, if Lucas fails, you will be flat on your face and unable to defend yourself next round.
Okay.
Okay. Steve,
Lucas.
what are you doing?
I'm trying to grab Max and Paige and trying to get out of there as quickly as possible.
Okay, so another, because this is a smaller area, you're not doing the fast runner yet. It'll be just a normal finesse roll, no bonuses. Okay, so Lucas and Steve both need to roll.
Oh, no matches.
I got a pair of 2s and a pair of 4s.
Okay.
Ooh.
Steve, you get to Max and Paige, but Paige is frozen. And Max is kind of interested in watching this. So you're not able to gain any further survival points this turn, because your people you're trying to rescue are not exactly being cooperative.
Cool.
All right, so you got 2 pairs.
2 pairs, yes.
All right. So, Vivian, narrate what you're doing to fling her forward into Lucas to assist.
Okay, I have dodged her. My heart is racing. My adrenaline is pumping. And I see her turn around and start to fixate on Lucas. I'm momentarily extremely relieved, but then I see her take a step toward him and another. Lucas, as I watch, and this is all happening within the space of like a breath.
It is, yeah.
Lucas looks like he's starting to brace himself to kick her, and he's sort of like looking out toward the water. And I think I know what he's doing. So I think, okay, well, you know what I can do? And this is, again, all in a split second. I decide to just try to knock her off balance so maybe he can like shove her into the water or kick her into the water or something. So as she advances step by step on her little ballerina feet, I run up behind her and just like a football player, like a quarterback, I just like plow myself into this poor little kid. I feel a momentary little tiny sting, a pang of guilt, because really this is a little kid, but she's also a little kid with a huge face full of teeth. so I don't feel that bad. Anyway, she goes flying, connects with Lucas's foot.
Okay, so
and,
Lucas, at this point, the little girl stumbles forward with unexpected momentum from Vivian knocking her further into you. And that throws them off balance, making it hard for them to actually attack you and opening up a much better opportunity for you to do what you're doing. So go ahead and narrate as you send her flying off the dock.
I'm going to take a quick step to the side, and with my right foot, I am just going to kick out as fast as I can. I am surprised at the force with which she's coming because I did not see Vivian do her thing. I'm just like, what just happened? So I think I'm a bit surprised by like the success with which I'm able to kick her off because I was only half expecting this to work. But yeah, I successfully kick her off, and I think about becoming a kicker in football now.
Yeah. And so with a loud and surprisingly sickening crunch, his foot connects with this otherwise small little girl. You know, if you ignore the huge, mouth with rotting pointy teeth. And the squeal that she was making chokes off with like a dull expulsion of air. And she goes flying off the ground backward. Stumbles back, feet skittering, falls back onto her butt and her back, and slides off the dock and into the water with a splash. And you don't see her now. So next round, what are people doing? Also, Steve, everybody, because of that, gets 2 survival points.
Oh, cool.
Because you put so much distance between you and the monster. Or not Steve, I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. Lucas. I don't know why you look like a Steve. All right, Lucas, yeah. Lucas, you have given everybody 2 survival points. That puts Steve and the girls at 3, so they can just walk out the door the next turn, especially since Max is no longer got anything to watch and Paige is snapped out of being freaked out because what they were staring at isn't there anymore. It kind of snaps everybody out of it. So next round, actions.
Can I do a brains roll just to see, like, is she going to come back? Is this, like, the end? Or is this, like, the villain's going to pop up again, like, in a few seconds?
Okay, well, this is where you can, as we talked about previously, I will let you roll with your, what was it? Where's the quality? Knows about movies. And if this was a horror movie, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, then there are certain tropes at play here. So if you want to go ahead and make that brains roll with the +1.
Cool. Okay. Ooh. I got a pair of 1s.
Okay. So that is a botch instead of a success, and not just a simple failure. Oh yeah, she's totally down. Nothing bad can happen from here. It's probably all safe. Maybe she's even drowning since he kicked her into the water. I mean,
Cool.
Yeah, you're good.
I just start clapping. Good job, guys. Good teamwork. We're good. We're safe. Thank you so much.
Holy shit! You kicked the little girl.
She was coming right at me.
She's coming right
we
for
took
us.
down that. She's coming right for us.
Yep.
We took that little kid down.
Yep. Lucas and Vivian, what are you doing?
I am looking behind me. I'm ignoring the threat in the water. I'm going to look behind me and see how bad the swarm is.
The windows are shuttered, but judging by the sounds that you're hearing and the rattling from the roof, it's bad.
Okay.
It's getting really bad.
Can I also do I have perceptive. Can I also do a brains roll?
Sure.
Or a perceptivity roll to see if I pick up on anything?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, cool.
And the water inside the boathouse, because like I said, the boathouse hangs out over the water's coming in choppy from the waves. And the boats are kind of rocking and bouncing. And
5d8. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. No matches.
Okay. You're not seeing anything else.
Yeah, we did it, fam.
Vivian, you totally like pushed that girl, and that was epic. And you, man, you like kicked her into the water, and now we're
That's it.
safe. And
Okay, I need a brains roll from everybody, and perception, noticing, that kind of thing is good or bad, depending.
2-5.
nothing.
Okay, so just one dice.
One dice, what do you mean?
Brains roll would be what, 3 or 1?
Brains, it's all rolls are 4 dice.
4 dice? Okay.
Yeah, all rolls are 4 dice. It's just what size dice you use. So it's 4d10.
I got a pair of 10s.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I rolled 5 dice because I have perceptive. Should
Yeah.
I re-roll? Because I got, oh, damn. Because I got a pair.
Oh, no, you got a pair. That's fine. You can keep it.
Oh, okay.
How many
cool.
did you roll?
Oh, 5. But I just rolled again and I got 3 7s.
Your first roll was totally fine, so it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Vivian hears the music box noise start back up again. Steve is too busy congratulating people and being like, yeah, teamwork, to notice anything. Lucas also sees the hand come up out of the water and slap down on the edge of the dock, and then another hand come up and slap down on the edge of the dock and start to pull as the fingers curl for gripping. And you know she's coming back out of the water. She's climbing.
Ooh. So, how long do you think we have to wait in here to wait the storm out?
It's Steve, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, get out of the way.
What?
You need to get out of here now.
Wait.
Does everybody hear some? Do you hear that again? I hear that. You hear like a music box again?
Guys,
And
we're totally safe.
instead of slowly pulling herself up, she flings herself from the water, launching into the air, and lands on the dock on her feet and snarls.
Fuck. Ah. No. Bad.
Now,
we didn't kick that little girl hard enough.
So
because you didn't notice it first and you did not exit the scene, I'm going to make you have to get 4, Steve. You're going to have to roll again to get out of the room if you're leaving.
Okay.
If you leave. Vivian and Lucas both still have 2 survival points. 3 will get you out. So now that she is back, what are your actions?
Vivian freezes up.
Okay, Vivian freezes up. Lucas, take a genre point, Vivian.
Take one away or give one myself?
You get
Sorry.
one. Yeah, you get a genre point.
Okay, you know what? I tried the offensive, but that's not going to work. I'm going to go on the defensive, and I'm going to, if as soon as she starts running toward me, I'm going to run for the door.
Okay. And Steve?
Yeah, same plan as before. I'm like to Max and Paige. I'm like, guys, we have to get out of here now.
All right. So rolls from Steve and Lucas for finesse. Fast runner does not work in tight spaces. So just finesse, no bonus dice. Let me know what you get.
No matches.
No matches.
She does not run forward. She launches herself forward. In between Steve and Lucas, arms out, ensnaring both and slamming them down to the ground with her.
Oh.
You do not take survival point loss from your first hit. So you do not lose dice. But she has now put herself in the center of the group and knocked you both down on your backs. Lucky for Vivian, who now does not have to worry about the fact that she froze up. Okay. So she's got both of you down. Gives a quick look. Well, you're assuming look, there's no eyes. A quick kind of head turn between the two of you like she's trying to decide which one looks juicier.
Eat him. Eat him. Eat him.
Steve, what the hell?
And immediately upon hearing that, lunges head forward to snap at Steve.
Ah, fuck. Can I,
You have two options. You could try to skitter back away, or you can try to block the mouth by, like, putting an arm out across, like, under the chin. You know what I mean? Like, try to come up under the neck and not get the mouth. The problem being that if you fail, your arm's going to go straight in the mouth. And she's going to get a bite all across your forearm. Or you could try to roll, roll to one side. There's different options here.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Is there anything near me? This might be a thing for another turn, but can I just see if there's anything, like a piece of wood I can hit her with or something?
You can roll brains -1 for unperceptive.
Okay. Can I cancel that out with creative solutions?
That is a brains thing. Yes, I'll let you do that.
Okay, cool. 4, 2. Okay, I got 2 2s.
There is something you can use that is right next to your head, and it is Lane's shoe, which he has stumbled out of when he stumbled back when you and Lucas got knocked down.
Okay.
So
Grabbing
Lane's
the
shoe is there. You're going to try to swing the shoe?
Swing the shoe as hard as I can.
All right, that's going to be a brawn roll.
I'm really
40-10.
regretting all of my stat choices. Okay, that's a 3, an 8, 2 3s.
2 3s. Okay. Lucas, what is Lucas doing?
I'm instinctively just going to roll away.
Okay. And Vivian, what are you doing?
Backing away slowly and trying to figure out like the best things to hide behind.
Okay,
Vivian is resilient but not hurried.
Okay, both of you give me finesse rolls, no bonuses, to try to get away. To add your...
3 3s.
Okay.
No matches.
With that, Lucas, I will let you grab one person and go back out the door and face the storm instead of what's in here.
I'm grabbing Lane. And we're
One
heading
shoe
out
Lane.
here. Sorry, guys. I'm grabbing Lane.
After all I've done for you.
Yeah. Okay, so you grab Lane and you bolt out the door. The door flies open, and the wind rips it off the hinges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vivian, you're kind of skittering and scrambling in that direction, but not as quickly as you'd like. Steve, as she starts to come forward to bite at you, you swing the shoe and smack her across the head with it, which kind of stuns her for a second, kind of makes her tilt her head and mouth closed mostly, almost like a kicked puppy. Like, what was that for? Almost kind of an expression. And she doesn't bite you. Yet.
Hey.
But she is seeing seeing Lucas and some of the others scrambling for the exit, looks to them, back down to you, and is going to try to chomp again.
Okay, I'm just scrambling out of the way as fast as I can.
Okay. I'm going to give you a +1 on this roll as Max reaches out to grab you by the collar of your shirt and yank you in a different direction away from the girl.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Is this finesse?
Yeah, finesse.
Okay. Okay, 2 7s.
2 7s. Okay. You feel a hand grab the collar of your shirt and tug back, and along with your hands and your feet, you're able to kind of quick crab skitter walk, backwards away and get up to your feet and turn for the door as she slams down onto the ground where you were, snarling again and looking up like she wants to give chase. So you have your one success you need to get out the door.
Okay, cool.
With Max and Paige.
I'm just booking it like as fast as I can.
Okay. That leaves other people are kind of pushing and crowding out the door as well. With Vivian, the last juicy target left, she turns her head towards you, grins slowly with all those teeth, and starts to crawl on all fours in your direction, prepared to pounce. What are you going to do?
Vivian looks around for something to smack her across the face with.
Okay.
Wait, Vivian saw that,
You
right?
are close enough that you could, if you make your roll, you could just run out the door.
Okay, I'll do that.
You want to try that? Okay.
No, I'd rather not fuck with the...
Getting into a melee alone is going to be a bad idea.
2-7.
Okay. Seeing that, you do the peace sign, fuck this shit, I'm out, and book it, out the door and into the elements. So as you guys come out the door, all of you come back out into the howling wind and lightning flickers that make it hard for you to see because it burns your retina. And it's darker now, and there's just rain hitting you like it's a wall, wind. It's chaos out here. But looking back over your shoulders, no sign of the girl coming out the door after you. At this point, you going to try to make it up the hill and back into the lodge?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you each go ahead and make a finesse roll with anything that is good for you, fast running, acrobatic. You're out in the open. You can use all your bonuses now.
Ooh, 3 5s.
No matches.
No matches.
Okay, Steve, Max, and Paige, book it. Most of the film students in short order after them. Lucas and Vivian, you're having a little bit of a hard time orienting yourself to where the lodge is out here. It's hard to see much of anything. And kind of fumbling around, you bump into each other. With Lane still clinging to you, Lucas. So it's the three of you all bump into each other and are huddled together, but there's still no sign of the little girl.
At least the rain's washing some of the mud off my clothes from where
Right.
I face planted.
You gonna kind of gather yourselves and try to get out again?
I think I'm going to run
Yeah.
for whatever direction I think the lodge is in. I
Okay.
don't know if it's correct.
Go ahead and give me
So-
one more roll. Take a +1 because you've kind of centered yourselves now.
I'm following Lucas because I assume he knows where he's going. No matches.
You're like,
Pair
I
of
just work
sevens.
here. I don't know where anything is. What did
I
Lucas
can't
get?
see!
What did Lucas get?
I got a pair of 7s.
Okay, Lucas seems to know where he's going, and Lane's going wherever Lucas is going. So it takes you a second to realize that's where they're going. And at that point, I'll let you go ahead and follow.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get my bearings now.
Yeah, so you follow them up the hill. And that takes us out of the kill scene. So,
All right.
you have all survived. Take a genre point.
Nice.
And you head up the hill. The tree branch has been moved out of the way enough that you can just kind of one leg over, other leg over, and get past it now. It's been moved away from the door enough that you can just do that and get in the front door to the lodge, the big double doors, which are closed but not locked yet. Actually, no, they would be locked, but Vivian has a key.
Okay.
So Vivian fumbles for the key, puts it in, gets inside, shuts the door behind.
I've got it clipped to my belt or to my my belt loop, and I'm just like,
You guys come in to a lobby, the big lobby that has all the different areas to sit and the big fireplaces roaring. To people that are kind of shaken up, but mostly just wet and frazzled, they didn't see anything that you just saw. So for them, that was just a crazy storm, and wow, we just barely got in here before things started falling on us, and that tree branch was heavy. It's a good thing we were able to move it, blah, blah, blah. Good thing it was raining as hard as it was, because that other branch that was on fire went out pretty fast. Fire didn't spread. Film students were like, holy fuck, what was that? Everybody just turns. And everyone's staring at you guys who just came in and slammed the door behind you.
What?
I'm gonna
Ghost.
Yeah. I'm gonna immediately lock the door and look for something to bar in front of it.
Okay.
Something
You're
heavy to push in
moving
front of it.
chairs and tables
Yes.
over and starting to build a barricade. Conveniently ignoring the giant floor-to-ceiling bay windows that line the entire front of this place. That could easily just be busted at any time. But that door's not going to... I mean, the windows are pretty reinforced because they do get storms. But yeah. Okay. People kind of watch this a little bit like, what the hell is up with them? But...
There's a ghost, and it attacked us, and we're all gonna die, and this is terrible. Is there a panic room here?
Steve.
Will someone tell me there's a panic
Max
room?
grabs your shoulders and turns you to face them. Steve,
Yeah?
take a breath. Okay. Take a slow breath in through the nose. Hold it, count to 3. Out through the mouth. Okay. My next step was to slap you if that didn't work, so. All right. Steve, we'll talk about this later.
What?
Everyone's
But
staring
here's
at
the-
us. We look like freaks. Let's not do this here, okay?
Okay.
I mean, would you believe us?
No.
Okay, come on, let's get upstairs. So
Okay.
Max and Paige and the film students head up to their rooms. Lucas and Lane, Lane who is missing a shoe and hasn't even noticed yet.
I'm still holding the shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are inside. You've got some barricading up against the door. People are looking at you like, okay, that's excessive, but they haven't said anything else.
Steve, I imagine you just suddenly realizing you have this shoe, Lane's shoe in your hand, and just handing it over. Like, here you go. Here's your shoe.
Probably won't
I know,
even
I
realize it until he gets to his room.
I just I see it in my hand as I'm walking up the stairs or whatever, and I throw it over one shoulder, totally.
That snaps Lane out of his, hey, that's my shoe. And he goes over there and kind of hobbles over there one-shoed and puts it on. Lucas, what are you doing?
I'm going to grab Lane as best I can and try to find the football team. I'm going to check in with them, particularly my best bud Valentine, the quarterback. I'm gonna make sure he's okay.
A couple, Rick and Allie are down here with a couple others from the team. Most everybody else, it looks like, went up to their rooms. So Valentine and all of them are going to be up in their rooms. So you're heading up that way with Lane?
Yeah.
Okay. And Vivian, your shift is going to be starting in about 8 minutes. You are soaking wet, covered in mud.
I'm not starting. Okay, is anybody around who can just hold down the fort for 20 minutes
I mean,
while I go take a shower?
Both Deanie and Jane, the director of hospitality, and Deanie, the general manager, both of them are there.
Okay.
Looking at you like an alien.
I got caught in the storm. All right. I really got to get upstairs.
Okay. Yeah.
change my clothes.
Yeah.
You do-
Go
okay.
change. There's spare uniforms, in the laundry. Go change. Come back.
Does Vivian have a little bit of an antagonistic relationship with Jane? I can't remember. I seem to think that there is.
Jane, probably you don't interact too much. Jane is the events coordinator and hospitality director. Most of her stuff happens during the days, and the stuff that she does at night is usually out on the lawn or down at the water, and you're inside at the desk. So you probably don't interact a lot. I think what happened last episode that you're thinking of is that the party got shut down, and Jane was kind of annoyed by that.
It was the party, but also she is a very perky
Yes, yes.
perky person.
Yeah, your
And that was what it
personalities
is.
don't match, but there's
So
not
I'm
a
just
real
like-
enmity between you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm just like, thank
No,
you.
Zelda. No. Lay down.
And run upstairs to take a blessedly hot shower and change into a uniform.
Okay, you'll have to make the short walk actually not upstairs because your room's in the staff building, which is next door. So you'll just have to duck out of this building in the little walkway over to the staff building where your stuff is. And you can change
Okay,
there
my
and come
mistake.
back.
It's been a very stressful evening.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to
all
break
the
it.
weed you have on you, okay?
We're going to break it out into groups here. Okay. So
Oh,
we
the
are
weed?
going to
Yeah, it's okay.
follow Vivian first. As she goes, you change, get into dry clothes, put on a coat, get your umbrella. You're able to like quick run duck back to the lodge and take over your shift at the desk right on time.
My hair is a little wet, but that's okay.
Owen and Lewis come over and they're like, what was all that about at the door? I mean, barricading the door? The door's locked. It's not going to open from the wind. The windows wouldn't even break if one of the tree branches hit.
Sorry, Vivian was being slightly distracted by somebody who needed some help at the front desk.
That's okay. What was that about? I mean, barricading and locking the door? The doors were locked. I mean,
Well,
Barricading?
and Vivian's thinking really fast because she definitely doesn't want to talk about a possessed 9-year-old with no eyes and no nose who's all mouth and in a tutu. So instead she says, you know what, we just don't know who's out there. You know, some of those film students were saying that they heard somebody lurking around. And, you know, the police came earlier, so you can't be too careful.
okay. Speaking of those film students, they've been eyeing the old building a lot. You know what's up with that? Anything?
I don't think that I do, but you know how film students are. They're probably just like, you know, doing some location scouting or something like that. They're
Okay.
probably just like looking for a place to film. I mean,
Have they asked
they're
about?
harmless.
Have they asked about filming in there?
They were asking about the building itself, but they weren't asking about filming.
Okay, because we could totally get them in there if they want to, you know, maybe fork over some money.
Oh,
Well, we give you
Well,
a
is that
finder's
right?
fee. We give you a finder's
finder's
fee.
fee.
Yeah.
Vivian's been thinking, you know, she could use a little bit more money, and yeah, okay.
Okay, tell them if they can squeeze together $100, we'll get them full access for as long as they're here. We'll make sure they can get in and out, and we'll give you $25.
Oh, okay.
Does that sound fair?
Vivian's all right with that. Yeah, I mean, there can't be that much
I mean,
harm, right? I mean, it's,
We go in there all the time to smoke, you know, because we don't want to leave any of that around here. Because, like you said, deputy. But you know, yeah. So we go in there all the time. We know how to get in there without the key.
oh, you do. Was there like broken glass or nails or anything?
Oh, I mean, there's
like,
all
hanging
that
around?
kind of stuff, but we know
Okay,
where
I'll
it
tell them where
is.
to shoot.
There's a part of the fence that is not completely together, but we make it look like it is. So Drew hasn't noticed yet, and Michael's so old, I don't think he even would see it if he did bother looking. But there's a part of the fence that you can actually open. You just peel it
All
back
right,
from,
well,
yeah. We can get them in that way.
If we get caught, we better decide on a cover story of some sort if we get caught, though, because
Well, we
feel
know
like
how to get
we-
out of there without being seen, so if they get caught, that's on them.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll tell the film students that. I will tell them about the fee, and I will let them know because I'll tell them it's for everybody's safety.
Yeah.
And it is for my safety because I
Yeah.
use that 25.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. All right, cool.
Cool.
Cool. All right.
Vivian very quickly flashes on, you know, the ballerina and worries that there might be another ballerina or something in the empty building, but quickly pushes it out of her mind because it's on the clock.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, so we're going to cut now to Lucas. You get upstairs with Lane, and you guys share a room, and Valentine's room is next to yours, and their door is open, propped open with the wedge, and Valentine and is in there with one of the cheerleaders. It's his girlfriend.
Allie, I think.
No, Allie is. I thought Allie was with Rick. I could have been wrong.
I might be wrong about that.
Okay, no, Allie was hanging out with Rick downstairs. So Valentine's in the room alone. He's changing. He's fully dressed now, but you can tell he just changed. He's drying his hair with a towel. He's got his door open. He sees you guys coming up. Oh, hey, you made it. We wondered where you guys went.
Yeah. Did you see anything dangerous?
Do you mean like
besides
burning trees of death? Saw some of those.
Yes. I mean, did you see anyone dangerous?
Anyone dangerous? No, didn't see anyone dangerous. You know, plenty of dangerous things, but a lawn chair that was cartwheeling across the lawn. You know, fiery death from above. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But no, Why? What's up? What did you see?
We saw someone dangerous.
You define someone dangerous. Lane says,
I'm not exactly
it was
sure.
a little girl with a giant mouth full of sharp teeth.
Thank you, Lane. Yes,
Valentine looks at him like, I didn't know he was a stoner.
Lane, are you a stoner?
I'm not high. You saw it too, damn it.
No. Okay, yeah, there was a little girl, and I kicked her, and she went in the water, but she came out, and then she took me down.
Valentine's like, what the fuck? You kicked a little girl?
Yes, I kicked her as hard as I could.
Kicked her so hard she flew 15 feet into the lake. What the fuck, Lucas?
She was really dangerous.
A child, a dangerous child, no less.
Yes.
You kicked a dangerous child like a football into the lake? What?
I mean, yes, I kicked a child. Yeah.
Do her parents know?
I hope not.
Is she alive?
I also hope not.
Dude, what the fuck?
Anyway, if you haven't seen anyone dangerous, let's just let me know, okay?
You're being really weird. I'm gonna just kind of pretend this didn't happen and that we had a moment and shit got weird and go have a beer or something, dude. Hang on a second. Zelda? I gotta fix my camera real fast. We will take a short technical break. And we're back from a technical difficulty. My retired service dog Zelda is trying to get her ball and decided that it was more important than Dad's camera, and so that's why it went moving. We're back now. All right, so Valentine's like, yeah, you're being kind of weird. I'm just gonna, we'll chalk it up to something strange just happened. Pretend, I don't know, dude. Just go get a beer, take a break, chill out. Lane's all, we saw what we saw.
We did, yeah, let's get out of here. Maybe you and I should just talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back in my room and I'm gonna change, get dried. This is fucked up. He stormed home. Valentine kind of watches him. Are you sure you guys are okay? You hit your head or something? I mean,
we'll be okay.
You sure? All right.
If you see anyone dangerous, let me know.
He claps you on the shoulder. All right, let me know. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be on the lookout for dangerous 9-year-olds that need to be punted.
She might be 10, but okay. I'm not sure how old she was, but okay. Anyone, regardless of age.
Dangerous people. All right, got it.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. And you kind of get the feeling he's humoring you, but he likes you and he trusts you, and this is not you to just randomly blurt out that you kicked some child. So he just doesn't know what's going on, but he's finally get away. All right. Yeah. Go get changed, man. Have a beer. I think they're going to have dinner soon down in the, in the dining hall. We'll catch up.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to go back. I'm going to find some dry clothes and try to de-stress.
All right. And we will now shift over to Steve up with the film students. And you are sharing a room with Paige, who is your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And Max is in the room next door with... no, she would not let them put her with Troy. Who is she with? She's with...
With like Wendy?
She's probably with Wendy. Yeah, she's probably with Wendy. Yeah, she's sharing a room with Wendy. So Max is also getting dried up and changing, and it's you and Paige in the room. Paige is like,
Oh my god.
"What the fuck was that?
I
What just
don't
happened?
know.
What was that?"
I don't know. I don't know. This is wrong. This whole place is wrong. That's not like a thing that happens in real life. Ghosts don't just appear.
No.
I don't believe in
No.
ghosts.
And they would be pulling at their hair, but their head's pretty much buzzed. They have kind of coppery red hair. They keep it close cut, very, very buzzed, very short. Dressed kind of somewhat masculine, androgynous. They're pulling it where their hair would be, you know, and not finding anything. They're, what? I don't know what the fuck that was. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
That was crazy. Did you see? I had to hit it with like a shoe.
Yeah, I saw
A
that.
shoe.
I saw that.
Oh my
It
god.
would have eaten your whole freaking arm if you didn't.
I know. And then Max saved my life.
We should go talk to Max. Max might know what's going on or what. Grabs you
Yeah.
and starts to head out the door, goes over next door. And as you're going to the next door, you see that room service is outside the door and the door is open. And Max is handing the room service staff a $10 bill as they put a steel dome lid down over a platter. And
Okay.
the instead of leaving it there like they're bringing room service, they take it off down the hall, down towards where the cheerleaders' rooms are.
Max, you're getting food now after
No,
everything?
I'm just paying my dude who's going to do something for me. I made this agreement with them earlier. The head's gonna have some
Oh.
fun.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you think that's a good idea,
Well, I mean, I had already planned it, and the guy came up here, and he was excited about doing it. He's never seen anything like it. He freaked out when he saw it. So, I mean, I figured may as well go ahead and, stick with the plan. Random chaos.
Yeah, yeah. I just want thank you for pulling me out of there earlier.
Yeah, you kind of weren't getting out of there on your own, I noticed. So,
I
and like I said, if anything happens to you, it's Lord of the Flies in 5 minutes. So, I had to get you out of there. Some of the others I would have totally fucking left, but
no, I was
you got to get out of there. You're
Those like fucking.
You're one of only 2 or 3 like completely indispensable people in this film.
Oh, thank you. I've gone through so many emotional roller coasters today. I might need to lie down or take a Xanax or die immediately. I might just need to die immediately. Is that possible? Could you arrange that for me?
Do you need something to take the edge off?
Yes, desperately.
Reaches into her little silver lunchbox purse that all 90s goths had and opens it up, pulls out a container of some kind of pills, and shakes one out onto her palm and holds it out to you.
Just I take it, like no hesitation, just like
Okay.
oh,
Down the hall, you hear a knock, 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 room service. Okay.
okay.
Give that about 10 minutes. You'll feel better.
Cool. Can I get a genre point for doing drugs?
Sure. Yes, you can. You can get a genre point for doing drugs.
Thank you.
Yep, that's actually, yeah. That is totally genre worthy. And I'm going to also give Greg, you get a point for Lucas admitting to his best friend, football player, that he totally kicked a 9-year-old girl like a football. Because that was a thing. So, yeah. All right. So, you hear a door open, you hear a door close. A few seconds later, you hear screaming up the hall. And the room service guy, as he walks past the open door, smiles and gives a thumbs up to Max, who smiles and gives a thumbs up back. And the door flings open, and a bunch of cheerleaders come pouring out of their room, screaming bloody murder. It's a head! And they like all go running down the hall like their asses are on fire. Max goes, excuse me real quick, I gotta go get something back before they come. And she dips out to go get her head back before anybody can claim it. Scurries down the hall, Paige is all, God, now? What the fuck, Max?
No, I know. I mean, I love her, but that is a bit much. Like, even I can.
One of us is going to have to spend all night talking her out of doing the fishing pole trick. The fishing pole trick is where she basically opens the window, tethers the head to a fishing line and a fishing pole that she brought, and hangs it down to the next floor below and swings it until it bangs face first up against the window until somebody sees it. And it's just a fishing line, so you just see this floating head, like head-butting the window over and over again. Yeah, she's going to try to do that tonight.
Yeah, we've seen some like eldritch horror tonight, and I don't.
You want to tell Max that maybe work with me, help me talk Max down from doing this.
You want me to try to be uncool in front of Max?
Fine, I'll do it myself.
No, I'm not gonna. I'll help. You're my best friend. I'll help you. All
right. Thank you. We have to keep Max under control until everybody's calm again. Because that was some... They didn't even... Okay, the cheerleaders didn't even see the fucked up shit we saw. Which I still don't know what that was.
I know.
Remind me to ask her when she comes back.
Do you think anybody caught it on camera? Like, no, right?
Camera? No.
No.
We didn't have film rolling or anything at this point. And director will point out that cell phones and camera phones weren't a thing at this point, so... Yeah, so... No, I don't think... I wish we had... Yeah, that would be kind of awesome, but it's kind of hard to run with all that shit. Anyway...
I know, I was terrified, but even as I was terrified, I was like, this would be so good for the movie.
It would. Okay. All right, well, Max comes back in with the head, slips in, looking like she just did the coolest thing in the world. Closes the door behind her. That was fun. Goes over to put the head back in its box. Max, what? No fishing pole tonight. Oh, come on. No. They didn't even see what we saw, and they're already that freaked out by the head. The first time they see it. You're not fucking with the hotel staff in the fishing pole tonight. Fine.
Maybe I could just like... Now, I would protect this head with my life. Maybe I just take it for tonight.
No,
just for tonight.
I promise. I swear to Satan, I'm not going to do it. All right? There. Are you happy? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So she starts digging under her bed, pulls out another suitcase, has a Ouija board, starts to unfold that. It's going to be a fun night for you. And we are going to take a moment here for our break. And then when we come back, we will get into some next day deeper scenes. Hope you guys are having fun. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back to Tales from the Crips. We're getting settled in for the second half of episode 2 of Slasher. So the night goes rather uneventfully from there. Everybody's nerves are on edge because the storm is loud and noisy and makes things fall down, go boom. And it's not pleasant. But you all get through the night. Most of them didn't see what you guys saw, so they don't have the total heebie-jeebies that you guys do. And it goes fairly mellow because Max keeps her word and does not play with the head anymore that night. So you get a complaint at the front desk from the cheerleaders about a severed head being delivered via room service, and assure them that you'll look into that and apologize that it happened, and dinner is on the lodge tonight for them. So that calms them down and they go back up to their room. As long as it's not another head, they basically tell you. You can kind of guess where the head came from in general, not person, but in general. And you may even have kind of a more specific idea because there is that goth girl.
Beautiful goth girl who's so cool.
Yep. So the night is pretty much uneventful. You do get a few nervous calls of, hey, what was that? Oh, that was this. Oh, hey, what was that? That was the wind, things like that. But it's pretty much normal. It settles back down from there. The Spring Breakers do more spring breaky things. It's a little more subdued. There's some drinking and partying down in the lobby, which Vivian gets to watch, but not fully participate in. But you're there in spirit. And the film crew is mostly planning, okay, tomorrow we need to get into that property. We need to go find out what's going on and figure out how to do it. At one point in the night, Lewis and Owen come knocking on your door, Steve, because they were referred to you, and let you know that they can get you full access for the entire time you're here as long as you do what they tell you, and your film crew comes up with $100.
Okay.
Which, if you squeeze it, I mean, Jason himself will probably shell out the money to get his film made, the director. So that's all agreed to and arranged. But they say, okay, meet us at a certain time tomorrow. We'll take you over there. We'll show you how to get in and out. And we'll show you where to watch out for things. Beyond that, you're on your own. Anything happens to you, we don't know you. We never told you how to get in there, and you're on your own. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
So the night goes. The next morning, people get up. There's still a little bit of creepy vibes for those of you that witnessed what you did last night, but everything seems to be normal. Nobody else reports seeing anything in the night. Nobody else reports any other problems. The cheerleaders do complain about a severed head being delivered to them last night by room service. They have no idea what that was about, but it freaked them out. Maybe Lucas has some ideas about that. Maybe he doesn't. You were with the film students last night for a little while. So the day goes pretty uneventfully. And as we head into the evening, let's see here. We're going to start with Vivian. Vivian, you are not quite on your shift yet. You have some time to go grab your dinner before your shift and get some coffee. You eat in the staff lounge, which is off the kitchen, separate from the dining hall. So as you make your way in there, Bug is getting ready for the dinner shift coming in, which starts about when you take over. Actually, you come in late, so he's just finished the dinner shift and is preparing for the overnight shift. You get some room service orders overnight sometimes, but you're winding down, Bug, from your dinner rush. And Michael has done his last sweep of the property for the evening. Groundskeeper Michael is not in a good mood. The boathouse is wrecked. Half the roof got blown off. A lot of it collapsed onto the boats. Some of the boats are damaged. There's debris everywhere. The boats cannot get out. The only boat that you guys have is the one or two little personal little rowboat canoe boats that staff have for their own pleasure. All the boats that are in the boathouse are out of service right now. Drew mentioned earlier that it's worse than that. The bridge is out. There is a giant chunk of tree out across the bridge about 30 feet from where it starts at the edge of the island that got blown out and down the road and onto the bridge, and it's going to be a pain in the ass to get it off. So for right now, nobody's getting in or out. And Deputy Fang was trapped on the island last night by the storm and given a room and is on the property indefinitely. So that's where we'll start, as Vivian, who's unaware of all of this, is coming in, having just woken up, getting ready for her shift, into the staff lounge where Groundskeeper Mike and Bug are taking their break with the dinner rush having finished. So we'll start there. Vivian.
Hey guys,
Hey.
Hey.
I'm so tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep today for, just had a really rough night. And is the coffee extra strong? Please tell me it's extra strong.
It is. The coffee is extra strong, and I've got some of that algae from that abandoned building is also in the coffee.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I gratefully have another cup of coffee. So, what's going on? Is everything under control today? Last night was a shit show. What's
The boats
the
are
good word?
stuck in the house.
The what?
The boats are stuck in the house. I know these kids are somehow to blame for this.
What did the kids do now? Wait, which kids? What are you even? I'm flashing back on the 9-year-old.
The kids,
kids?
all the kids that are staying here, they wrecked the boathouse and they caused the storm, and they're to blame for everything that's going on here.
Oh, those kids. Yeah. Oh, quite. How did they cause the storm? I can't. I was gonna let it go, but I can't. How did they cause it?
Their wickedness inspired the storm. So, the gods are vengeful. I just hope Jenny the Beaver's okay.
Oh, Jenny, I hope she's okay too. All right. Well, any news other than that? Is everybody okay? Did everybody survive the big storm?
Yeah, I've got to go foraging for ingredients at some point, just
Yeah.
stuff I found around the island.
Okay. Well, if I'm not working and you need some help, I'm pretty good at finding different weird things for you.
Droog
Okay.
comes
Alright.
in, smoking a cigarette, even though he's not supposed to be in here. And he comes in, takes a drag off his cigarette. Everything's fucked, actually. So yeah, apparently, like Mike said, the boathouse, half the roof collapsed onto the boats. And they're going to have to excavate that before any of the boats can be used. And the bridge is out. We are stuck.
Stuck, huh? So if anything decides to come out of the water and eat us,
We can't even
we're at
call
its
in because the
mercy.
phone line's down.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. Well, I guess we're on our own. At least you have enough food, right,
Yeah.
guys?
yeah.
Oh,
Might be a
and
long night.
the deputy got stuck on the island, so keep all your shit under wraps because
Oh.
we've got the
Fuck.
fuzz on the island now.
All right. I'll spread the word to everybody who needs it.
Okay.
Damn police.
And I'm trying to. Sorry, by the way, cat tag. I'm trying to figure out if anybody's seen anything without saying it because I really don't want to say, "Hey, have you seen like a little child with no face except for a huge mouth and a tutu running around?" Just curious. Like, did you hear any weird music? Actually, I will ask that. Did any of you hear anything weird last night? Like, not just the storm, but did you hear anything? Because I feel like I heard a couple weird things. I'm just fishing, in the worst way, without wanting to talk about kicking children.
Droog's go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just heard the sounds I always hear in my sleep, but that's neither here nor there.
Droog's like,
No.
music? What kind of music? What do you mean?
It's just, I don't know. I thought I heard some music, and I'm really not wanting to, get too into
What, like
it,
the
but
kids playing music late or something? Or
I think
Those
that might
damn
have been it,
kids.
probably. Yes, those damn kids. But it was pleasant. It sounded like music box music. Did any of you hear anything like that last night?
roll, Vivian, roll brains with perceptive.
5d8. Two sixes.
When you say music box, Drugan goes still. And then acts like he didn't notice.
You okay there, buddy?
Huh? What?
Did you just I don't know. Did something just happen? Did you
What? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
didn't hear any music or anything? No music box stuff?
Go still again for a second. Why are you saying music box?
Because that was what I heard last night. Is that what you heard too?
You heard a music box?
I heard music that sounded like it was playing from
Did
music
you
box. It's very
see anything when you heard the music box?
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but
You
I
saw
thought I
her, didn't you?
maybe.
You saw her,
Yes,
didn't you? Fuck.
yes. I'm so relieved to know that I was
Fuck.
hallucinating because it was some shared thing. But I also didn't want to bring it up for obvious reasons, right?
He starts
Wait,
tearing at his hair
what
and
did you
pacing
do?
back and forth very neurotically. Not again, not again, not again, not again, not again.
Again?
What did she do?
Trying to eat my face.
Bug like spits out his drink. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Keep it down. She tried to eat your. You got away, obviously.
But she was in a boat, and I actually didn't mean to tell you about any of this. I thought that it was some kind of hallucination. I was gonna try to talk to everybody else, but I did want to see it. It's like, I mean, that damn music box, and I dreamt about that music box music all day. I kept waking up with hearing, Sugar Plum Variation.
Now, Bug and Mike, you can chime in and ask questions or whatever. You're supporting characters, but you don't have to just take a back seat. You can be involved.
What the hell are you two talking about?
She's talking about the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Sugar plum?
Sugar
That's what we call her.
Have you been
Okay.
smoking the tall grass again?
No.
You haven't been buying any.
Are there actual sugar plums on this
No,
island?
they're not sugar plum fairies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can eat her.
Okay, look, those of us who are old timers in that we've worked here a long time, Mike,
Yeah, well,
we've seen some shit over the years, okay? There's a reason we don't go in the old building. There are ghosts.
Sorry, there's more than one of these?
Yes, I said ghosts. That would imply plural.
She was not a ghost. She was definitely solid. We kicked her.
Okay, poltergeist. Whatever you want to call it.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. You saw her. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
God, not again.
I shoved her. Can you get rid of her? Is there is there a spell we can get? A ritual of some sort? Is
No,
there
we
any
just have to hope
silver
that
bullet?
that was it. Usually this happens every now and then. I don't know why, but sometimes we see some things and some shit happens. And so far, nobody's been too badly hurt, and it hasn't really been that big of an issue. But there are many reasons why that building is off limits, despite Lewis and Owen going over there all the time.
When you say some shit happens, what kind of shit are we talking about here? I think I should know as a hotel employee.
Like a little girl dressed like a ballerina with a face full of teeth that tries to eat you.
Does she have an origin story? Was she the manifestation of a little ballerina who died?
We think they might be people that died in the fire that collapsed the old building and took it out. So I mean, we don't know. We haven't gone looking. We kind of try to avoid all of it and pretend that it doesn't happen when it happens.
Well, it doesn't seem to work if they come for you.
Shit. Okay. Things to watch out for. Music box. You hear music like a little music box? Get the fuck out of whatever room you're in. If you smell popcorn and peanuts, get the fuck out of wherever you are. If you hear 30s like staticky radio music, same thing. And if blood ever starts coming out of the faucet instead of water, run.
So what you're telling me is that after 3 years here, I'm finding out this place actually is haunted.
It doesn't happen very often. I mean, you would have heard if it does, but it does on occasion happen.
this is all hogwash anyway. Don't pay any attention to this, Vivian. This is just fluffed up stories designed to scare the local children. It's all, there's no such thing as ghosts.
So if one of these ghosts appears, is there like a little fairy circle of mushrooms, and are those mushrooms edible?
Not that we Yeah, right. I know. If they are edible, share. But
Okay.
no, the only trick we found is just get the fuck out of there. I mean, none of us has stuck around to try to get to know them and find out, if no, we don't ask questions. We just get out. I mean, would you stick around and try to find out if you do a little dance that it does anything? I wouldn't. But I'm a total
Well,
coward, so.
if there are mushrooms there, I might stick around.
Well, I mean, if there were mushrooms there, but
Yeah.
priorities.
Listen, I've been here for 10 years, and yes, occasionally there's a scream in the woods distantly. But who gives a fuck?
Well,
I
I've
mean,
been here
I
for
know
20
tons of people
years.
who-
I've been here for 20 years, straight out of high school, and I've seen some shit. So just,
So, are you telling me that there are people who just go out into the woods and scream, and Michael, and you're okay with this? Like you just hear screams and you're just like, yeah.
If someone wants to scream, that's their business.
Okay, that's fair.
Drew,
But oh, sorry.
Drew goes over to get himself more coffee. And jumps back as if he was bitten by something and drops his mug that shatters on the ground. Fuck! Fuck, fuck, fuck! He starts looking around with a panic.
Get a hold of yourself.
It's just algae,
All,
man.
all of you roll brains. Any perceptive bonuses?
I knows about local wildlife?
No. This is local wildlife of a different kind.
No man.
No match.
No match.
No match?
Mm-mm.
We're all
He's
still
like
really out of it.
standing there staring down at the ground and just like trembling and looking around and looking down and looking around.
Get a hold of yourself, man.
Bud, what did you put in that coffee?
Just, algae that I got from the abandoned building. It's,
Can I
I
straight up
put that
just
in
slap
on
him?
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Mike
He's not out of
slaps
coffee before.
Droog. Droog whips his head back around. What was that for?
You're being a nervous wreck.
Fill your cup. Get some coffee. He points at the thing.
Fine.
Blood comes out.
It's a little thicker than normal. I don't see what your problem is.
I did not put that in there.
Vivian looks at her half empty.
It's coffee in yours, but what just came out did not look like coffee.
Can I try some of it?
It tastes coppery and warm and salty.
Ugh. Bug, you've really got to get a hold of this algae problem.
That's not me.
I just drained my coffee cup.
You
Michael,
hear
good.
a slow screech of metal like dragging along the floor from the kitchen.
Bud,
Who's back there?
is anybody in the kitchen?
I don't think so. I mean, me and Drew are out here.
I was the last one in there.
Is anybody hearing music?
Fuck.
I'll go check it out. I
Oh,
can
shit,
go
oh, shit,
check it
no,
out
don't.
alone.
No, don't go there alone.
Oh.
I've seen the teeth on this little girl, and if there's more than one,
It's not the
you can-
little girl.
What is it?
So Bug goes to look.
I'm going to go alone very slowly into the kitchen to look.
You see just in time to see the last bit of the back of somebody disappear behind an appliance as if they're walking past. So you don't know who it was, walking past an appliance and down a row of shelves, but they are dragging what you're hearing. It is a chain at the end of which is an open actual bear trap. And they are dragging it on the ground along the tile as they go down the row of shelves.
Hey, if that has rust on it, I can't have that in the kitchen.
It grinds to a stop. not completely out of view yet.
So, if you could just take that out of the kitchen, please.
It slides along the floor a bit more and disappears behind wherever the person went. But then you don't hear it anymore.
Well, looks like that problem solved. I'm going to go back out. Don't worry, guys. There's a problem. I took care of it.
Okay, so you turn around and start walking back from the kitchen?
Very slowly, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to are you guys watching this from where you are? You couldn't see the chain in the bear trap. You heard something and you hear him talking to somebody. And when he turns around and starts walking back towards you, you see somebody in an old, dirty blue, almost kind of gray now, groundskeeper jumpsuit with messy white hair, and they're gaunt to the point that like their skin, they're like desiccated, like they've been dried out, and their skin just like clings to their facial bone structure. And they're holding a chain in both hands, from the end of which, about 6 inches off the ground, is an old open bear trap. And they swing it forward, launching it at Bug's back. And that begins our next kill scene, which we will take a moment to cut away from as we go to our next group.
Okay, wait, quick question about kill scenes.
Yes.
We had survival points carry over from the last kill scene. Does that only apply to our main character?
That only applies to the character that has them. It does not apply, like genre points are across characters, survival points are not.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to pause there at the start of what's going to become a kill scene. And we'll give Brooke a second.
I'm very sorry. I had a cat meltdown.
That's okay.
They were fighting in the other room.
And we are going to move to Lucas. You've been spending your day with the rest of the team and the cheerleaders, and people are having fun and kind of forgetting about yesterday. The only people that knew what really happened yesterday or what else happened yesterday was you and Lane. Lane was kind of spooked, didn't sleep very well all night, kept like looking out the window and checking the door to make sure it was locked. Finally fell asleep. He's been a little jumpy this morning, but he's settled down some. Valentine is acting like nothing happened, like he doesn't remember. He's giving you the benefit of the doubt. Lane has been drawing and has recently drawn Rick, the linebacker. And Allie is giggling her ass off at it. It seems fine to you. You're not sure what she finds so funny. But it's bugging Rick that she's laughing. And Lane's not really sure what to do.
So I'm going to go over. I'm going to purposely stand away from Allie, but I'm going to take a look at the drawing and see what I see here.
It looks like Rick. He didn't really exaggerate anything too badly.
So Rick, this is pretty good likeness, right?
Allie collects herself enough to point to Rick and go, "Chin butt!" and just cackles again. And Rick, who has a bit of a sore spot about his butt-shaped chin, is not pleased by this and turns and glares at Lane, who looks at you wide-eyed like,
well, Rick, why don't you take this back to your room and do what you will? So Lane, why don't you move on to the next drawing you're going to do?
"I want my money back," Rick says.
Okay, Lane, give him his money back.
I want my money back. Okay, fine. And Allie's just laughing even harder now. Lane reaches into his pocket, pulls out the 10 that he got, and tosses it back at Rick. Fine. Rick takes the money, leaves the drawing, and turns to stomp off, but stops for a second. And Allie just can't help it but starts laughing all over again. Rick looks back over his shoulder at Lane. You did this on purpose.
I mean, I don't think he did this on purpose. I mean, there is a likeness there that, it's not glaringly obvious, but there is a bit of that. There's a bit of truth.
Allie catches her breath and says, "It's not his fault. You have a butt for a chin." And just starts giggling all over again hysterically, which makes Rick's anger ratchet up about 5 more levels. And he lunges forward over the table towards Lane.
I'm going to take him down.
You get in the way. Lane falls over backwards off the back of the bench that he was sitting on. It's like a picnic table bench. And he just falls over, thud back onto the bench and gets up. Rick struggles with you for a minute and, seeing an opening, snatches the notebook, the sketchbook. Lane immediately goes dead still, eyes wide. Let's see what else he's got in here, Rick says. Is Lucas doing anything, or?
I am kind of sitting back, taking it all in. I'm gonna see what happens.
He starts turning pages. And at first, it's pianos and anvils and coyote, type antics from Roadrunner Coyote cartoons, but with football players as the butt of the joke, or the chin butt of the joke. And sorry, I couldn't help it. And he looks at Lane and you and looks back down and keeps turning. And now he's starting to get into drawings of Tam. Are you still not stepping in?
At this point, I'm going to step in and be like, okay, you've seen the drawings. If you'd like to pay $10 for one of those drawings, I'm sure we could get you one of those.
Are you stopping him from turning more pages?
Yes, I'm reaching for the notebook.
Okay, make me a brawn roll. You get a +1 for Brawler, but a -1 because he is opposing you. So it's just 4.
No matches.
He pulls the book away. Lane's like, get it now, get it now, get it now.
I'm going to reach again.
Okay.
Try to
He
reach,
gets to the
behind him.
first page of him and Tamara smooching. And you can roll again now.
Okay. Pair of 1s, pair of 6s.
Okay, you get the book back before it gets any further in. Allie is like, oh my God, he totally wants Tam. And she starts laughing even harder now. Lane grabs the book from you, unless you don't let him have it,
No, I let him have it.
and goes running off into the woods.
Okay, I'm going to go after him.
2 others that are here. We have your supporting roles for the Spring Breakers. We have the very quiet, shy cheerleader.
Hey, I'm Ashley. I don't talk much.
Guys, I'm
And
cheering.
we have a football player, yes? Isn't he? Brooke,
Felix?
your supporting role?
Oh, Felix.
Felix.
He is. God. He is a sprinter, but
He's a what? Oh, sprinter. Okay, he's an athlete. So he's in the fraternity,
Yeah.
but he's not on the team. Okay. They see this friend that Lucas brought go running off into the woods, and Lucas goes running after him. Alice is hanging out with Ashley, because Alice and Ashley are really close. Ashley sees this and looks concerned, but not at Lane. She looks concerned for Lucas and gets up and starts to go after them.
Alice, I don't think that's such a good idea.
Come help me. Come on.
Fine. I'll run up after.
And you see, Felix, you see these people sprinting off into the woods. And Allie and Rick are arguing.
I mean, it looks like some drama's going down. And there's at least one cheerleader involved. And so I think I'm going to run off after them.
Okay, so you sprint off after them. Okay,
Just in case they need help.
You catch up to Lane fairly easily, but he's off the trail and into the woods. And he is just sitting on the ground with his head in his hands and his sketchbook in his lap.
So all three of us arrive?
You arrive first, Lucas. The other two come up shortly after.
And just for clarification, is Alice the one that was dating Valentine?
No.
Okay,
Allie
cool.
is dating.
Allie
Right, Allie is
okay.
dating Valentine.
Okay.
Yes. Rick
Okay.
has a thing for Allie, but Allie is dating Valentine.
Okay, cool. Lane, it's not as bad as you think.
It's not as bad as she saw that drawing, and
I mean,
she
Allie saw
laughed
it.
and
Cam-
thought it was
Cam didn't.
ridiculous. Because it is ridiculous.
It's a little ridiculous, yeah.
Of course, I would never get a girl like that.
No, not the situation, just the style. It was a comic style. It's
Alice says, "Are you guys okay? Is everything okay over here?" Lane looks back over her shoulder.
Come on over here.
Alice comes up, kind of looks over at Lane, but looks at you. Everything all right?
Okay, Alice, would you ever see Lane with a cheerleader?
She kind of cranes her head a little because he's not really facing her. Look at him. I mean, he's actually kind of cute if he tried to be.
See, Lane. What about you? Other cheerleader. What is
Ashley.
Ashley? Okay, sorry. I never remember your name.
Alice nudges you with her elbow, like, back me up here.
I actually really like your drawings, Lane. I think they're super cool. I would never have the confidence to do anything like that. But it's so cool that you do.
So we got two cheerleaders. What do you? Felix, you're a sprinter, right? You're an athlete.
I had to catch up with everybody. Sorry, I just thought there was going to be a party here. And is everybody okay? Anybody need any help or anything?
I mean, I think we're doing okay. I mean, you're welcome
Cool.
to stay. We're kind of just hanging out, just
Yeah, no problem.
couple
And
friends just hanging out.
Felix is completely oblivious. He's just like, he sees that there's, cheerleaders, and he's just like, cool, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a bit.
Right. Yeah.
It's late.
Hi, Felix.
It's late sunset
Hey,
right
Ashley.
about now, and Alice kind of sniffs the air a little bit. You smell that?
Yeah.
You guys smell fresh made popcorn and peanuts, like at a ballpark.
Yeah, smells pretty good.
Maybe there is a party out here.
Yeah, let's go find it. Felix got his wind back, ready to run off again.
Felix, what?
Felix just got his wind back, so he's ready to start running again. He wants to impress the cheerleaders.
Alice is kind of looking around. We're just in the middle of... What? Lane has not said a word since you guys have been talking about smelling something and looking around. And you notice it's because Lane is staring straight ahead. Everybody kind of turns to look to see what he's staring at. And that's when you see another athlete. Maybe high school, though, because he's wearing a Letterman's jacket. And half of his face and body are completely shredded like road rash. Like somebody that got seriously dragged down a street.
Hey man,
And
okay?
in one hand, he has a baseball bat.
Vivian, oh,
uh, I think we should run.
And we're going to pause here
yeah.
at the start of our second kill scene to join our film students. Okay, so the film students. Meet Lewis and Owen, who take you over to the big, scary, abandoned building. And they show you that if you go back around one side, there is a point where the chain link fence has, over time, become untethered from the pole. It looks like it's still tethered because Lewis and Owen make it look that way, but they show you one twist at a couple of points, and you can just peel it back and go right in. So it's not
Okay.
nearly as secure as it looks. And they
Steve's
let
got
you
his list. He's like checking to see we got everything we need going in.
out here. Lewis says, stick to the path where you can see people have walked. That's us. If you see tamped down grass, you can walk there without potentially giving yourself tetanus.
Okay.
Once you're inside
Tetanus?
the building, which I don't advise because we don't even go in the building, we smoke outside. But if you go into the building, you're on your own. The floors, partially on the second floor, have collapsed down to the first in some of the building. The first floor is partially blocked off because of the collapse. There's probably stuff everywhere. I would be very careful.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to be careful. I mean, why wouldn't we be careful? We're careful people. Just checking. Hey, do we have the peanuts with us?
Yeah. Troy goes, they're good.
They're good?
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Troy, buddy, you can't be eating the
He looks
peanuts.
down at the
Troy, you can't be
the
eating
half-eaten
peanuts.
bag. Oh,
Troy, tell me you didn't eat half those peanuts. I need you to tell me.
They're still half.
Troy, I don't want to underemphasize how important the peanuts are. Give me the peanuts.
Troy looks like a scolded little puppy and hands over the peanuts. You know, this is a 6'4" hunky Samoan dude, and he's like completely just like and gives you the peanuts.
Whatever, Troy. Just like practice your monster noises or whatever.
We have the script writer, I believe, and the cameraman here with us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so both of you think this looks like a great place to shoot. And you haven't even seen the inside yet. So, yeah, the peanut thing isn't concerning you guys right now. You're too busy, like, already thinking about potential of the scene and the location and, you know, the set. So Troy hands over the peanuts. Jason, the director, is just like, this is amazing. Come on, let's get inside. You know, careful, follow the path, like I said, but let's get inside and see what we got to work with. We brought the flashlights, right? Troy goes, yeah, I got flashlights. Max says, did you eat half of those too? And so everybody kind of
Good one, Max.
makes their way into the building. As you enter the building, no one has been in this place, you can tell, for decades. Max mentions, yeah, it's been closed off for over 70 years. So it doesn't look like anybody's touched anything in here. There's like layers of dust and cobwebs everywhere and, you know, support beams for the floor above that are cracked and just stuff littered everywhere that just debris from storms and all kinds. It's trash, but it looks like it was once its own little lodge wing, and you're in what would be the lobby. It has a smaller fireplace, not nearly as grand as the main one, and a smaller communal lobby area. There's no desk or anything like that. It's more like a house lodge rather than a hotel lodge. Like, you know, you didn't check in here, you just kind of stayed here. Roll me perception based brains, all of you guys.
Do I get -1 for unperceptive?
No, unless. Oh, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, you're on Steve right now. So yeah.
Yeah.
I
Got
don't
a
think
pair of
it,
sixes.
is Jim in this scene?
Is who? Yeah.
Jim?
You're,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, okay.
You're a
Old
cameraman. Yeah.
Jim?
No
Old Jim, yeah.
matches.
No matches. Pair of sixes.
Pair of sixes.
And Jim?
Uh, no matches. Oh no, I'm sorry. 2 7s.
Two sevens. Okay. Um, I forget the script writer's name.
Lawrence J. Appleby.
Okay, Lawrence J. Appleby. You notice something weird. The doors lock from the outside. Like, you have to open it from the outside to get in. You can't get out from the inside. But the door is unlocked right now. It's off. It's half off the hinge. But at one point, this building was locked to keep people in, not let people out.
I pull up my script and start making like revisions to account for this.
Jim, floor beneath you, when you're stepping, there's something under you guys. It's hollow down there. This is not the ground floor. It's the ground floor, but it's not the bottom floor. You know when there's something, you know what I mean? There's open below you. You're not standing on the ground.
This reminds me of this shoot that I was doing with some pals of mine back in '78, and we were in this abandoned building back in somewhere outside Vegas, right? And when we stamped on the floor, we heard a hollow noise. I knew there was something under there, so I cracked it open to see what it was. Over the body.
Jim, we don't have time for one of your stories right now. I'm
How
so
long
sorry.
have you even been in film school? I think you've been in film school longer than I've been alive.
It's been an interesting life. Jim starts to find a pack of cigarettes from his, one of his jacket pockets.
Jason, do we know where we want camera one set up? Because I feel like we should start filming as soon as possible.
Well, we should see what all we have to work with first, shouldn't we?
Okay.
Oh, we can't just shoot everything in this one room. There's a lot more, and Jim says there might be something downstairs if we can find it downstairs.
Yeah, you want to see? Maybe there's a trap.
Max stomps with her big Doc Marten. Doesn't fall through the floor. We could always do what Jim did and break the floor, like anybody's going to know.
No one's going to come in.
Okay, Troy, do you think that's something you can handle?
What? Breaking the floor?
Yeah,
I could probably
don't know,
pull.
you're-
I could probably
Yeah.
pull some of this up. I mean, let me look around. Jason says, "Okay, fine. So Troy, you, Max, Paige, you guys stay here. And Jim, see what you can do with the floor. Lawrence, you, Mike, Wendy, Dawn, you guys come with me. Let's check out the other scenes. See what we got to work with. Steve, you want to come with us? You want us to here? What do you want to do?"
I mean, I don't know. I have so many different things. to
Okay, you
handle
stay here.
on
We're
my
going to scout
list.
the location. You stay here. We'll scout the location. You keep an eye on
Okay.
them while they figure out what's under this floor. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So Jason and the actors go off, leaving basically the tech crew and everybody behind. So talent goes that way, and crew stays here. So Troy starts looking around, finds a piece of metal that he can use like a crowbar to start trying to pry at some planks, because it's old wood flooring. And he starts trying to tear that up. While he's working on that, you can hear the voices of the others getting a little more and more distant as they go down a hall. And they're trying, "Oh, this door's locked. This one's open. Room's collapsed, but I guess this used to be probably like a bedroom." Yeah, you can hear them talking about what they're finding as they go down. What are you doing out here, Steve?
Yeah, just like pacing back and forth, like very shook up from yesterday and not sure that it wasn't all just a weird hallucination, and then also stressed because I have my lists and I'm like, I need to get this shit done. And then I know I can't help pull out the floor because I have like no upper body strength, so I'm just kind of like pacing back and forth, occasionally glancing at Troy to see how much progress is being made.
Troy's getting the regular flooring up, underneath which there is more like base level wood support for a floor, which does suggest that they're probably, because it's not a concrete slab, it does suggest that there is more down below. But he's having a time getting through it, even as strong as he is. That's when Paige goes, back here, back here.
Okay.
And she's yelling from a closet. There's a little closet off of this main room, this lobby room, or we'll call it like a great room. And there's a closet that's a walk-in closet. And there's some shelves, and she's moved the shelves, and you see a section of floor that looks more clearly like a square, while the rest is regular planking.
Hey,
Crowbar.
back
Troy,
in the
bring the
closet
crowbar.
Again, I see.
Troy
What?
comes lumbering in, pops it open, darkness, and a ladder going down.
Oh shit.
Max shines her light down there, is kind of peering around. Yeah, there's a room down there. And starts climbing down.
Wait, Max, I think this is something we should maybe discuss as a group.
Jim puts his cigarette in his mouth and follows her down. He's like, I'm not going to let her go down by herself. You know, there could be all kinds of shit. Back in 82, when I was at this abandoned...
The crew's climbing down. Jim's monologuing again.
I saw the guy.
Just fucking Jim. Okay, fuck. I'm going down. I'm going down.
Paige's like, sorry. She goes down next.
Is perfect. Like there are so many horror movies that have boring locations, like that Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, and what a few years ago which ended in a gym. Totally forgettable. They're never going to make another one of those.
So you get down to the basement, and it looks like it's not a finished basement because it's not concrete, it's dirt floor. And the walls are dirt. It's basically like they dug out below and were going to put a basement in and just never really kind of finished and got around to it. And there's some storage stuff down here that's, you know, crates and boxes that's probably been here forever, and you have no idea what's in them. All three of you give me another brains, like, investigation type roll.
Her ones?
It's not a kill scene. That's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, pair of twos.
No pairs, nothing.
Okay, Lawrence, you see some places where you could hang some lights down here, and Paige agrees when you check with her about it, or them about it, being the lighting tech, that yeah, they could hang some lights down here. They're the light and the sound tech, so they're like, yeah, you know, we could hang some stuff down here. Who got the other pair? Steve?
Yeah, I got a pair of twos.
You see a shelf on the far end of the room. It's too dark from here to make out exactly what it is, but it looks like film canisters, like projection film canisters. A row upon row shelf of them.
Lawrence, how do you feel about found footage?
Well, I mean, if I control the story that it tells, then I guess it would work if I control it.
Do we have a way to, I asked Paige, do we have a way to like project these? Like, could we watch these?
Jim brings, you would know Jim, you bring a projector with you because you always check your dailies to make sure that what you got looks okay.
What you always got to do is be prepared. I mean, Jesus Christ, kids. What are they teaching you? Yeah, you got to be prepared. Got to take.
You take the same classes as us, Jim. You know what they're I'm sorry. I'm a little rattled. Can we watch these, please?
Yeah, all right. Let me set this up.
Projector's back in the hotel, though.
Oh.
Jim clomps back up the ladder.
Jim's staying with Troy. Troy can help go get it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Troy and Jim go back up the ladder to go back and get the projector while you guys stay down here. And we will cut to...
Don't go anywhere.
The kitchen. Before we begin this kill scene, I need the two people that are looking that's Vivian and Michael, to make a freak out check to see if they can react to warn Bug of what's coming.
Okay.
I can't remember how to do it.
I have doesn't scare easy. Can I add a?
Oh, yeah, you get +1 for that. By the way, Bug earns a genre point for doing that probably took care of that and walking away and turning his back.
Now, genre points are per player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're per player.
I got a pair of 4s.
Okay, Michael does not freak out. He's seen some shit. He's old and grizzled.
I rolled 5d8 and got a pair of 7.
Okay, you also do not completely freak out as you see this dude hurl a bear trap on a chain at Bug's back. You basically can get one action each. You're not close enough to help him, but you can say something, yell something, do whatever you're going to do. What are your actions?
I scream, "Run, Bug, run!"
What does Mike yell or do?
Bug, get out of there.
Okay. You are hearing these people telling you to run and get out of there. Even Michael's like, get out of there. What is Bug going to do?
I'm going to get out of there
Okay.
with my slow-moving negative quality and my poor finesse.
Roll those 3d10s.
All right.
Oh no.
This might be our first kill. Pair
No,
of
not
6s.
Bug.
Ho!
I got
A pair of 6s.
All right.
Amazing.
Nice.
You hear a loud metallic snap right behind you, Bug, as you clear the kitchen back into the staff room. Vivian and Michael see the bear trap pull the chain taut inches from his back and snap closed from the force of the sudden stop, catching only air. That's the good news. The bad news is the staff room is a lone room off of the kitchen. There are no other doors. There is a window, but there are no other doors. If you're going to get out, the window's your only option, or going past dude with a bear claw or a bear trap on a chain. So we will start our kill scene there. He yanks the chain back, catching the bear trap in his other hand like it's nothing, and hits the release button, snapping it back open, and starts to stalk purposely forward. What are your actions?
I'm just, I know this kitchen pretty well, so I'm just going to run as, slowly as I can. Straight for that window.
Come on, Bug, come on!
Okay, so you're heading for the window. Michael?
There's only room for one groundskeeper in this lodge. And I rush him.
Mike's going to go teach that dude a lesson. All right. I'm the groundskeeper here, buddy. All right, Vivian?
Vivian's just like she's torn now because she wants to book it for the window and she knows she can get through. She's small and acrobatic. But also, Michael just ran off after that fucking dude. So
And Droog is standing there just slack-jawed, cigarette falling out of his mouth and smoldering on the shag carpet, and has wet himself.
I can't really blame him. That'll at least put the cigarette out. I ignore him for now because I'm going to do the stupidest fucking thing I could possibly do, but I can't just let Michael confront this guy alone, so I go after him.
You going to go try to catch Michael?
I'm going to go try to catch him or something.
Okay.
I'm not sure what I'm
Okay,
going to
take
do.
a genre
I'm just
point.
running after him. Okay. Michael, come back!
Okay. So, brains Bug to get the window unlatched and open. Vivian, Braun to try to grab a hold of Mike.
Can I contest that with my own brawn?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you don't roll against them. What it is if you are resisting, then basically If they don't succeed, you pull away from them.
Okay, got it.
So I roll 3d10 because my brawn is 4,
Yes.
and I'm being opposed.
Wait, do you have a negative brawn? You don't have a negative brawn quality.
No, I just thought it because I was being opposed.
So it's 4. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's 3d10, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get off of me.
I got 2 1s and 1 10.
You trip and shove Michael forward.
Ah!
Because 1s in a kill scene are a botch.
Fuck.
Yep.
Michael.
I got 3 7s.
Vivian, what the hell?
Mike stumbles forward. You got 3 7s?
Mm-hmm.
That window's open. It is open to the night. Okay, so Droog is just frozen. He's not moving. Michael has been pushed forward several steps, stumbling in the direction of his, I don't know, his
Arch nemesis.
arch nemesis or his evil twin from the alternate parallel universe. He even has a goatee.
Bizarro Michael.
Yeah. And Vivian stumbled, so you're straightening yourself up. Next round, actions.
I had just opened a new can of bread, and I'm going to grab that and try to take it out the window.
Can of what?
Can of bread.
Bread.
Okay, canned bread. Awesome.
Yep.
You're going to take that with you.
I might get hungry. I'm
And
gonna
go
try
out
to
the
slip
window.
Out the window.
Okay, finesse to get out the window.
Are there any other cans of anything that it might be heavy? Like is
Those
there
are
any
in the
more cans?
kitchen.
Okay.
Those are in the kitchen.
Damn it.
You do have a carafe of scalding hot coffee / maybe blood.
Okay, you know what? If it's what I got and it's scalding hot, then I just go over there and pick it up because maybe I can use that as some kind of
Okay,
weapon.
so you
And-
straighten up and grab that.
And
Michael.
is Droog just
Droog's still
herself?
frozen. Unless somebody does something, Droog's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm.
You're
rushing
now
the guy.
you're
I'm
now
trying to-
in the opening of the kitchen, Michael. What are you doing?
I'm rushing the guy. I'm trying to grapple him.
Okay, you're going to charge forward.
Oh,
Yeah.
Michael, no.
Okay, roll finesse.
Finesse. Okay.
What's his finesse?
Whore.
Does he have any negative qualities related?
It's 4d10. No, his only negative quality is extremely unfriendly.
Okay.
So in trying to get out the window, I got a pair of ones.
Oh,
2 10s.
no.
Pair of ones.
You got 2 10s?
I got 2 10s.
Okay, so we've got a botch and a topper success. Okay, this is a nice parallel, and it's funny because it's not in the order you would expect them. So, you go to climb out the window, slip and fall on your ass, and are now blocking anyone else from being able to get out the window. That's what happens with Bug. Michael actually launches himself before dude with the bear trap manages to throw it again and knocks him back, tackling him to the ground. That gives Vivian and Bug a survival point. And Droog even gets one, even though he's not doing anything, because it has completely delayed and taken the pressure off from the monster for the next round. You need 3 to get out. You're at the window already, so actually you rolled 7. Bug rolled 3 7s, right? To open the window?
To open the window, yeah.
That actually gives you 2 survival points. So this would be your third. You're on your ass, so you can't use it right now, but next round you don't have to roll to get out the window.
Okay.
Next round, Bug can get out. Okay, so the person is going to shove the bear trap into Michael's face. Is his action. What
Okay.
is Michael's action?
A duck, I guess.
Try to move out of the
still-
way because you're on top
yeah,
of
I
him.
still-
He's on his
I
back.
still
You're on
wanna-
top of him.
I still want to be on top of him because I want to like try to restrict his movements. But if I can like dodge the bear trap, somehow,
Yeah, he's
that would
trying.
be
He's
good.
got it in his hand. He's trying to just shove it straight up into your face. So you're going to try to move out of the way. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Maybe, like,
Vivian, what are you
yeah.
doing?
I run over with the pot of scalding hot blood coffee, and I do my best to fling it at the Bizarro World Michael.
That's going to be hard with Michael on top of him.
Yes.
Do you want to reconsider that action and take a different one? Because if you miss, you hit Michael.
Vivian,
Really
hit
hard.
him. Vivian.
Wow, Michael's egging
hit him.
you on. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I can't disagree here. I mean, it seems to be. I'm going to do my best to just like throw it in the ghost eyes. So that
Okay.
they can't
Take a genre
see
point
where-
for that.
Okay. And I'm sure I'm screaming.
And go ahead and roll finesse. Acrobatic does not help you here. To try to empty the carafe into his face.
Two eight. I got 2 8.
What was the dice?
Five. I rolled 48, and it was 5.
Oh, because you got 2 8s? Okay, let me know when you hit toppers like that, because when you hit top pair that you can possibly roll, that's special.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
that's right. Yes.
You empty it into his face, and this boiling, bubbling hot blood just pours down on him.
Ew. Vivian's like, oh.
And it blisters and burns the skin, and he only snarls in response. It doesn't make him scream, it doesn't make him flail, but it does distract him enough that Michael gets a +1 to get out of the way of the trap.
Okay. Is that finesse?
Yes. Or brawn, whichever is better for you.
Oh, definitely brawn. Yeah.
Okay. Because you're in close now, it's more strength than speed. And
Okay,
finesse.
cool.
Yeah, it's more brute strength and yeah, power.
Okay, and I get a +1. Ooh. Okay, 2 5s.
2 5s. All right. You move out of the way as he shoves it forward, and it just goes right past your head. Bug, you're up and out the window.
I'm
Correct?
getting up. I've got my can of bread.
Droog's still standing there.
Nope, I'm leaving.
Okay. All right. You're out. Okay. Michael, what are you doing? You've dodged the bear trap for now. You're still on top of this guy.
Can I try to yank the bear trap away, like out of his hand?
You're going to try to take the bear trap from him. Okay. That's a
Yeah.
brawn roll.
Okay.
What is your brawn?
46.
And do you have any specialty or any qualities?
No, not for brawn. No, unfortunately.
He is incredibly strong, so it's 3d6.
Okay. Could I get a help from Vivian, maybe?
You can ask her to help. Like, help me grab it.
Vivian, help me.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can help, but I also have acrobatic, and
That's not going to help. But
Ah.
you assisting just gives him a +1 that balances out the -1, so he gets 46 to try to
Okay,
grab the
cool.
bear trap.
Come on, 6s. 2 5s already with my first roll, and 2 2s, so 2 pairs.
You snatch that shit away from him.
Fuck you.
And you've got the bear trap. You're on your knees straddling over him. You've pulled the bear trap away. You're kind of upright. Vivian helped you pull it away. And he reaches out, grabs you both by the front collars of your shirt, and just lifts to throw you into the ceiling.
Oh shit.
So you both need to make brawn rolls to get away. You are not getting survival points because you're not actively trying to get out of the scene. You are engaging with the monster. You're alive, but you only get survival points for leaving.
We got it.
Okay? So as long as you're still here engaging the monster, you're not going to get anywhere survival points wise. You have to hope you can take this monster out if you're going to keep fighting it.
Two sixes. Three sixes.
And what did you get?
2 4.
2 4s? You guys are on fire right now.
I'm
Against
so
my
stoked.
nastiest monster, too. That sucks. All right. I can take it. Director rolls with the punches. Okay, so he goes to throw you up into the ceiling, but you manage to kind of pull away enough that you just stagger back and stumble away from him. So you're both away from him. Michael still has his bear trap. The chain is still over by him, though.
Okay.
So he bolts upright sitting and grabs the chain and tries to yank. What is Michael going to do?
I think it's time to get out of here. Is the only way out through the window, or can I go back to the staff room to get out?
He's on the ground. You're in the kitchen. You can run out the kitchen into the dining room.
Okay.
You
great.
can go that way. That
I-
way is now open to you guys because you are in the kitchen and you're right next to him. So you can go either way. You can either go into the staff room where Droog still is, or you can go out the dining hall.
Is Drew
And
like
fuck Drew.
still?
He's still
frozen?
standing there just watching in
Okay.
like catatonic shock.
Can I just I would just want to yell out, Drew, Vivian, get out of here, and I want to try to distract the guy. Maybe
Roll
rush
me
him again.
spirit,
Okay.
but use your, what was your negative quality?
Extremely unfriendly.
Use that as a bonus in this situation because you're yelling at Droog to get the fuck out and you're trying to snap him out of it. I'm going to let you use it as a bonus in this situation because being mean to him is good now.
Nice. Okay. 7, 5. Ooh, 2 7s. I'm rolling pretty well today.
Droog snaps out of it. Look, fuck! Fuck, fuck, fuck! Looks around, sees the open window, and goes to run that way, falls face first into the carpet. But he's at least snapped out of it and moving again. That takes your action.
Okay.
So you're going to have to let go of the bear trap when he yanks it. He can't do anything
Yeah.
with it yet, but he got it back.
Okay.
Vivian, where are you going?
Well, I was gonna go help Drew.
Michael got that taken care of.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna book it as fast as I can out to the dining room.
Okay, so you're going to run for the dining hall. All right,
Yeah,
finesse,
dining hall, sorry.
acrobatic to like dip and dodge and twirl around things as you go.
That is my straight. Cool. I'm rolling 5d8.
Because you can run, but it's a confined space because it's an industrial kitchen. There's shit to go around, you know.
No,
Acrobatic comes
Oh,
in
I got
handy.
3 2s.
3
7 and a
2s.
5.
That gives
Nice.
you 2 survival points. You already had 1. That puts you at 3. You get out the kitchen door and are into the dining hall. Okay, so you are out and into the dining hall. That leaves Michael. He has the bear trap and he is going to throw it in your direction again. Which way are you going? Out
Okay.
the staff room or out after Vivian?
Well, I want to help Drew because he's like on his face, right?
Okay, so you're going to go to Droog?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to run towards Droog, hoping that helps get you further away. Okay, roll me finesse.
Okay. Oh, finesse is poor. Damn. Okay. 4d10. No pairs.
Okay. It's unfortunate that no one actually gets to see this, or maybe it is fortunate. Michael turns to go help Droog up off the floor and try to get out the window that way. A few steps before he reaches the end of the kitchen to the staff room, the bear trap at the end of the chain comes up behind and snaps shut on the back of his skull,
Oh, Michael!
Oh.
dropping him to the ground dead.
Is this Michael this happened to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Right next to Droog, who screams bloody murder. And since everybody else is out of the scene, we're going to step out here. The kill scene is over. You'll have to find out what happened when everybody else does. So we cut back to the woods where there is this road rash torn up guy with a baseball bat who steps forward and takes a swing for the fences at Felix's head. I need freak out rolls from the three of you.
So I have courageous, so I would do 5
Yep.
d8s. Okay.
If I scream, can scream really loud to my roll?
That doesn't really help, unfortunately.
No.
That doesn't keep you from freaking out.
Felix's negative quality is that he's easily frightened. So what would I roll with?
So you're
Three.
-1. What is his spirit?
His spirit is. Uh-oh. I don't have any. Well, he's got innocent charm as spirit, so I think his spirit is good. But I don't have it written down here.
Okay, we're going to treat it as normal since we don't have the stats.
Oh, you did? Thank you.
We're going to treat everything as, since we don't have the stats, I said we're just going to treat it as normal.
Sorry.
I forgot. It's okay.
I can
I forgot
find
to
it.
get those from you. I knew that you didn't have them, and I forgot to remind you. So we're going to treat everything as normal, so you don't have any poor, but you don't have any good.
Okay.
So you get 3d8.
And think. I'll get that done. And I forgot. You're not going to believe this, but Felix got 2 1s.
Oh.
Okay.
Felix.
What did
we
Lucas-
hardly knew ya.
What did Lucas and Ashley get?
Pair of 3s.
Pair of 6s.
Toppers or no?
No, not toppers.
Okay. All right. So you are not freaked out to the point that you can't help yourself, but you have to watch as the bat connects with a loud, wet crunch, snapping Felix's head to the side, his jaw clearly dislocated, and blood and teeth flying from his mouth as he spins like a top and crumples to the ground. Our second casualty of the game.
Ow.
Secondary characters, supporting roles, do not get a free first hit. They can be one-shot killed, and that's what happened.
Oh, Felix, I'm
Can-
so sorry.
Can me and Brooke get genre points because you feel bad that you killed our characters?
What? No. Not at this point, no. Nice try, though. Nice try, though.
Man. Poor
So I
Felix.
need a second freak out roll from the two of you because you just watched that happen.
Felix is.
No pairs.
Pair of 1s.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Okay. Ashley, you can scream real loud, and you do. And that is all you can do right now is just scream. Lucas. Losing a freak out roll is fight or flight. This dude just killed somebody. He has to go down.
Yep.
You charge him.
Yep. I'm going to tackle him. I'm going to try to get him down to the ground.
Braun, go for it.
Let's see here. 5d6.
Until you pass a spirit roll each round,
Uh-huh.
you can do nothing but attack him.
Okay. Well, I got 3 2s. 3 2s.
Oh.
You tackle his ass to the ground,
Okay.
and you are on top of him. It's good that you have those survival points because you might need them.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay, the threshold for everybody except for Lucas is 3. Lucas, you're at 4 because you came in with 3. Okay? So you only need 1 survival point to get out. but you can't roll for survival points until you can get out of your berserker frenzy and take control of your actions again. Okay? All right. So Alice joins Ashley in just screaming. Lane also screams in about the same pitch and tone that they do when Felix gets chopped down. So next round, actions. What is Ashley? You can roll spirit again to try to snap out of it. Start with that.
Yeah.
If you pass that,
Yeah,
then you get an
roll
action.
spirit. Okay, cool. 2 ones.
You're still screaming. In fact, you faint. At this point, you just flat out faint.
Okay.
Lucas, did you roll yours?
I haven't yet.
Okay,
You
go
do
ahead.
That?
Yep, roll your spirit roll.
No matches.
You are...
I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna start punching him.
Okay. He is going to try to headbutt you. So if
Oh.
you fail, he headbutts you. If you succeed, you hit him.
I got a pair of 2s.
You punch him. So he goes to bring his head up, and you snap it back with a punch. Next round, you can roll spirit again to try to snap out of it. Go ahead.
Oh, spirit again?
Yep.
Okay.
You're the only active person left that can
Okay.
that isn't an NPC.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see here.
All to you.
I got 3 4s.
You pound him into the ground. Just pop, pop. You're just beating the shit out of an already half shredded face. Spirit roll again.
Okay. Let's see. 2 5s and 2 7s.
Oh, for the spirit roll?
Yeah.
Okay, you come out of it.
Okay.
That was my mistake. Last round, that was your spirit roll. I'm sorry. You should have snapped
That's
out of
okay.
it.
Yeah.
You snap out of it. So you're beating on him, and you start to kind of come back to your senses. And you're like, you realize what you're doing. And you can now consciously choose what you want to do.
I'm going to get up. I'm going to grab, let's see, Lane and Ashley, and I'm going to hope that Alice follows. We're gonna
Ashley,
run.
okay, Alice is on her knees down over next to Ashley trying to wake her up.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pick up Ashley and I'm gonna run and hope that Lane and
Okay,
Alice
you're going to
follow
get
me.
one free roll to get up
Uh-huh.
and grab Ashley. That doesn't take a roll. You get one free action because you beat the shit out of the monster. He's on the ground right now.
Okay.
So while he's getting up, you can go over and pick up Ashley as your action.
Okay.
And Alice, Lane is still kind of sitting there like, what the fuck? He's not up. He's sitting there. He's still sitting there, sketchpad in his lap, just staring at the dude. Staring at Felix, actually, who is staring back at him with unblinking eyes.
Well, Alice, get Lane.
Okay, Alice snaps out of it and goes and starts to scurry over towards Lane and pull at him like, come on, get up, get up, get up, get up. Okay, so this round we're going to get actions. The monster has his bat and is charging towards Lane and Alice. You have Ashley in your arms, fireman's carry. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna run because I've got an injured person.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take off running with Ashley.
All right. I need Corvin, roll me a 6-sided dice and tell me what you get.
Okay. 4 or just 1?
Just one.
2.
Okay. Alice manages to get Lane up and to his feet, and they're following after. Roll 4d8 for me, Corvin.
4d8. Okay. 8, 3, 4, 7.
So no pairs?
No pairs.
Okay. Over your shoulder, Lucas, you can see, because you have a survival point, you can get out of the scene right now, but you can see that the guy with the bat is gaining ground on Lane and Alice. They are not getting away fast enough.
Yeah, I'm going to go back. I'm going to try another kick.
Okay, you still have Ashley in your arms. It's going to take an action to set her down.
Okay, let's do that. I'm going to take an action to set her down.
Or actually, what you could do is you could throw her over your shoulder instead, which would at least
Let's
free
do
up
that.
one arm.
Throw her over the shoulder.
And that frees up an arm at least. Okay. Okay, so that's your
Another
action.
solid kick. Yep.
Corvin, roll me 1d6 again and tell me what you get.
1.
Okay. Alice, seeing that she's not getting away fast enough, shoves Lane further away, putting herself between Lane and the guy. So next round, you can act now. He is teeing up to swing at Alice. You can close the distance, but you're basically going to have to run through him. Like linebacker tackle kind of a thing. Just run straight through him. You're not going to be able to grab him or punch it. You're just, all you can do is just run through him to try to knock him away before he can hit her. Or he's going to.
Okay.
Okay, so roll your brawl. You do not get your bonus because it is negated by a -1 because you're carrying Ashley.
Okay.
So you get 46.
3 threes.
Wow. He tees up the swing, and Alice closes her eyes, knowing what's coming. And as he's swinging through, he gets just run over by a train and smashed off to the side. Doing this costs you a survival point as you tweak your shoulder in the collision. Your free shoulder, because I'm assuming you lead with your free shoulder.
Yes.
You tweak that shoulder in the collision, but you run through him and he is just crashed out on the ground. That will give enough time for Lane and Alice, when she snaps her eyes open at hearing the collision, to get away. You still have Ashley and you still need to get away. Okay?
Yeah,
so
let's
he's
run.
getting up. You can go ahead and roll to run now.
Okay.
And you've got fast runner. Although that doesn't count because you're carrying Ashley still.
Okay, so 2 4s, 2 8s.
You run very fast for somebody that's carrying a completely limp body over their shoulder. You pass or start to pass Lane and Alice before maybe slowing down a little bit to make sure you don't lose pace with them again. But they are now running fast enough and it's going to take him long enough to get up. You bought enough time for everybody that you all can escape the scene. And you run off back towards the trail, leaving whoever that was with the baseball bat. Didn't look like a living person to you with all that injury, and Felix's body behind. And we cut back to the abandoned building. So Troy and Jim have brought down the film projector and set it up. And they put one of the reels on, and they start it up. And you see old black and white, no sound film. This is some vintage 30s home movie stuff. And it's just kind of rough cuts of, you see a little girl who looks like she has Down syndrome. And she is dressed in a tutu and a unitard. Zoe, that's enough. And when she smiles, her teeth aren't that good. And she does a little childlike pirouette and little prancing dance off the screen. And the camera cuts. There's black with grain and scratches, and it cuts to the next scene. and you see a young man sitting on a chair by himself at a table. And he's got a Letterman jacket on, and he's kind of sitting there looking over his shoulder. And he gets up and he kind of makes a run for it when a guy in a blue jumpsuit, kind of gaunt looking, he's got kind of wild gray hair, and he's an employee because he's got this blue-gray jumpsuit on, and, well, you can't tell it's blue because it's black and white, but he's got this jumpsuit on, and the name says Mahoney on his badge. Like name-stitched, like badge, like they have on mechanic overalls and things like that. He's got that stitched on. He reaches out and grabs him by the back collar of his jacket, swings him around, and slams him down onto the table, and wrenches an arm behind his back. And turns his head towards the camera and points at the camera and is saying something to him, pointing at the camera. And slowly lets him up, and the kid moves and slumps back down in the seat. And it cuts again. There's more black and scratches and grain. And you see a young woman about his age who's got really thick glasses on, seems very shy. She's sitting in a chair at a table, and she's just rocking forwards and backwards, and she's not looking at the camera. She's just rocking and rocking and rocking. And the reel cuts, and it's more black and film, grain, and static, and then it cuts, and it's just light. That's all that was on that reel. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode.
Poor Felix!
I know.
And Mike.
And Michael.
Groundskeeper Mike and Felix.
Too.
Yeah.
I feel worse for Felix, though, because he never even got a chance to shine.
I know.
I'm sorry. Sometimes they're red shirts. Okay.
Oh, it's all good.
Corvin and Brooke, you lost a supporting role, so you each gain 1 genre point. They serve their purposes.
Cool.
I will not be awarding genre points at the end of this episode because I this time did it right and was giving them out throughout the game. I am going to give one more, though. Greg, you get one for going back. You're muted.
Going back. Okay.
Yeah, you get one for going back for Alice and Lane.
Okay.
So you do get one for that. All right, so I think that brings us to the end of this episode. Everybody, the main lead roles are still alive. Each of the groups has some intel and some things to share with the others. So in the downtime between episodes, here's what we're going to do. You are going to be talking with your groups and sharing with your groups and with each other. The film students are going to go through a lot of films once they realize what's on here and they hear about what happened. You recognize Steve, the little girl, at the beginning of the film reel. So this has something to do with what's going on. So if nothing else, you're going to be poring over these reels while the others are doing whatever they're doing. Between now and next session, I need to meet with you to go over what's on all of these film rolls. So I'm giving you the info and not just info dumping. And then you repeat it to everybody because that's going to look silly. So I'm sure our audience will appreciate that. But everybody that was watching, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you had fun. That's where we're going to leave things for tonight. And we're going to, basically, I'm going to be filling in the players on things that they'll get in between now, in the downtime between now and the next episode, which will be our finale. So a lot of information is going to be learned off camera so that we can get back to the action on camera next episode for the finale of Slasher. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell your friends, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.